Hello and welcome back to a new series or a new show on the channel. It is called Football Talk, as you see above me and in the thumbnail. It's kind of a new styled series that we're doing. We're not getting rid of the podcast; they might return, but this is pretty much going to replace podcasts in terms of is they're going to be podcast styled, but we can do different kind of concepts and ideas. Like we'll just talk about tier lists we can do. Just found a few, so there'll be a few episodes on that. And as you can see, Series 1, Episode 1, basically a new series is going to be every season. So we could be around for one. We could be like Series 1, Episode 50 something, but that's what we're going to go with anyway. So yeah, Series 1, Episode 1. I'm excited. We're recording this on the 26th of August. That is the Wednesday. And a lot of stuff's going down in a minute. A lot. Very exciting stuff as well, depending on who you support. I will mention that. Hopefully I don't slip it out as well, just in case. And obviously we returned with a very special guest. He's never not around for these videos. He's always around. He's always knocking around. We've got Harvey again, if you want to say.
Hello.
Hello. And yeah, this is very podcast styled, this series, but it just allows us to do some different stuff if we need to. And shove it on the playlist. And it makes the channel look really nice and clean. So we love that. When these will be uploaded? No idea. We're going to go for one a week, maybe even two a week, because the tier list can be easy. Not easy uploads, that's, they'll still take time, but easier to do. Because we just have to put teams in a list, and it's pretty easy if we think about it. I'm saying that, we'll literally talk about football. How much easier can it get? Jesus. Anyway, I don't know how long these episodes will be. They'll vary, especially depending on what we do in each episode, but this will be a podcast styled one to start off the series. I hope you like my artistic skills of the thumbnail. Don't go too crazy in the comments or the likes of how good it was. I know how good I am at them, so just try and keep me grounded, because really I think people should be hiring me as a thumbnail creator, because it's just beautiful. It's not. It's very basic and a bit rubbish. Obviously, we've got to keep family friendly, so rubbish is the word I'm going to go for. In another episode where I accidentally may have slipped out a naughty word, but we don't talk about that. I actually know what we will talk about, because it's quite funny, because if you listen back to it, and I kind of half say it and I half don't. It's like I've kind of pulled back on it halfway through, and it's like, well, I pretty much said it, but then I haven't. It's you might remember this, I don't know if you will, but remember when we were talking about Aubameyang lifting the FA Cup?
Yeah.
I can't remember in what context it was, but I thought, no, I'm not going to try and do it again. Jesus. No. I kind of went, how, and yeah. Basically, I used a naughty word to say how, I just didn't get how you don't know how to lift a trophy. I know Arsenal aren't used to it very much, but, it just, thinking, I don't know, is it just me, or just thinking about him lifting that FA Cup, it just goes through me. It just
Don't make sense. Yeah.
It's like there's people around. Just tell him, leave the bottom, leave it. You don't need it.
There was a guy telling him, he was like, leave the stand.
Yeah,
He's having none of it.
Yeah, right, fair play to that guy, yeah. But please spare him the embarrassment. Just go over to him.
Yeah.
Go. Oi, Aubameyang, you might have just won, Arsenal the FA Cup by scoring 2 goals in the semi-final and the final. Pretty much carried your team there, but that's not how you lift the title, mate. So, and then he dropped it as well. I just get from bad to worse. I'm going to stop waffling anyway, because it does get worse. But yeah, if you do like the new show series, please leave a like and subscribe. It helps out massively. Gets the channel out there as well. Obviously, commentaries are back as well on Saturday. Well, I said back. They haven't gone very long. They've gone for about 2 weeks. That will be Arsenal versus Liverpool, Community Shield, and then the week after that will be Premier League. But I'll be starting school again. So instead of 2 week, there'll probably only be one. But it's better than nothing, isn't it? Really. So it's just what we've got to deal with.
Yeah.
It's just good that the pandemic's over. But kind of. We're getting there. We're getting there anyway.
Yeah.
We're getting there anyway. Anyway, let's stop waffling, Zach, and let's move on to what we're actually going to be speaking about. And we're going to be talking mainly about transfers. We're going to talk about the England squad as well, and Harry Maguire.
Legend.
Well. Yes, questionable some of the stuff he did. A lot of stuff's going on about him. So yeah, we're just going to kick it off. What should we start with? Should we start with the transfers or the England squad?
It's up to you. You go for
do I
it.
have a coin? That's a chocolate button. That's not a coin. We do have a coin. I have a 2p. Tails is England squad. Heads is transfers.
Okay.
Landed on my knee. Heads. What was that? Transfers.
Yeah, I think so. I forgot
Yeah,
myself.
we'll just go transfers anyway. A lot's been happening. Literally over this week, it's been mental. Like literally from Monday to Wednesday, loads of stuff's been going on. We had a few confirmed ones today. This will also be topical because this is getting uploaded Friday, so 2 days after we've recorded. So this is all like still pretty big news. Chilwell signed for Chelsea for £50 million. Chelsea are really trying to blow their budget. Obviously, I think this could be wrong. I feel like people are forgetting Chelsea didn't have a transfer window or any last year.
Yeah.
So like all their money they're spending now, you've got to remember they probably wouldn't be spending this amount if they didn't have the ban last year.
Yeah.
Like, literally, like, I don't even know what's... God, this is a great start. What I'm trying to say is, if they had the transfer windows of last year, they wouldn't have to buy all these players now, because some of them would have already been bought. Maybe not like the Ziyech's and the Werners and all that, but I'm presuming they would have gone in for Chilwell last year. But obviously they couldn't, so they've obviously waited a year, and they've got in 50 million. Do you think that's a fair price for Chilwell? A bit too low, too high, or do you think that's just right at 50 million?
I mean, I think it's a little bit too much, but in this day's market, that's kind of seen as normal, which is silly. But yeah, I think Chelsea have wanted Chilwell, so they've gone and got him. But at the end of the day, Chelsea won't be moaning about the money. Leicester have got enough money to bring in a good replacement.
Yeah, that is for sure. Maguire's money, Chilwell's money now. It's what? 130 million.
130 mil, yeah.
When one came through the academy and one they signed for about 18 million. That's absolutely ridiculous dealing. That's what's that? 18. Come on, Zach. It's 112.
102 million. Oh no, mind. Yeah, 130. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Wow, maths are getting there. That profit's insane. Like that is actually ridiculous. And obviously, Maguire, they had a replacement for Soyuncu. Chilwell, they don't. So it'd be interesting who they're going for the market. We were talking about this before we started recording, but Tagliafico is a name I've seen popping around. But for me, the Chilwell one, it was quite surprising because there was rumours, but there wasn't like a massive like link. It was just more like like the paper talk, kind of like, oh, Chilwell's rumoured with this, and that. And then literally, there was no like, not like last week we knew, they put an offer in or they've agreed in personal terms. It's all happened very quickly, that. In terms of literally, I heard that they agreed terms, and literally the next day the deal was done, and he signed as his Chelsea player. So I think despite those rumours for a long time with Chilwell, he has been for like a year now. The actual deal itself, in terms of getting into the media, actually happened really quickly. You've got to respect Chelsea for that. They're getting their business done. It's like Chilwell, for me, when I watched him from January, again, this might be the rumours, playing on his mind. He wasn't too great. I remember a game in particular. Again, I think this was against Traore against Wolves, so it's never an easy game. But that game against Wolves, he wasn't great. And then I watched him a couple more times. Just didn't really impress. But young English fullback, you can't really go wrong with that, really. Especially his age of, I think, 23, something like that. He's only got his good years ahead of him. And I feel like Lampard's been really smart here. Brought in, like we said, Ziyech, Werner, possibly Havertz. Great attacking. That could just beat any defence in the Premier League.
Yeah.
But it is their defence that I look at and go, that's not great. Like, I think their really decent centre-back is Rudiger, and sometimes he can be liability centre. Sometimes. Obviously, their full-backs are sorted. Like Aspilicueta, they had Reece James as well, now Chilwell. I just hope now, even when they get this Havertz deal done, I hope they go for a centre-half. Because, there's all good outscoring teams, right? But that's not guaranteed to outscore teams every game. The Premier League can be very scrappy sometimes with some of the teams you play. Like Burnley, for example, they'll just throw every single limb of their body at the ball to stop it from going in that net. Sometimes you might play those games and you just don't break through the team, and then one counter because you don't have a defence, and then you split open. Obviously, this is a rebuild, so this year might be the year where they try and adapt the attackers, and then next season that's when they might go in for centre halves and a goalkeeper. I think they'll get a goalkeeper this summer because I still think they want Kepa, which is fair enough. He wasn't great. But you got to remember, this is a rebuild for Lampard. Not everything's going to be done over one transfer window.
Yeah.
Like City, when Pep came in, they bought like Stones in the first season. And then the next season after that, that's when they bought in like the Mendy, Bernardo Silva. Then that's when the rebuild really started to happen, because when they bought those players in, they won the league with 100 points. So sometimes it does take more than just one season to get a rebuild going. And that's what I'm hoping anyway, because they need a centre back desperately. Don't get me wrong, I'm quite a fan of Kurt Zouma. I don't think he's that bad. I could definitely see where there's mistakes in him, for sure.
Yeah.
But I thought he was alright for them last year. Tamori as well on the bench. I know he has had a few injury issues. He looks immense. That's not just based off his FIFA card and his pace and all that. Like, he actually looks like a good centre back, because a lot of players do get hyped up from their FIFA like pace and all that, which is just all the rubbish.
Yeah.
But for Chelsea, I think it's looking good. I've got a mate. I won't disclose his name just in case he doesn't want to. But he's talking. He messaged me today as soon as he Chilwell signs, like, this Chelsea team looks like really good. I'm like, yeah, but let's calm down. Like, firstly, they've never played with each other. Like Chilwell, Werner, Ziyech. Firstly, that's 3 transfers, right? Havertz isn't even a guarantee. You don't know how Werner's going to adapt to the Premier League. You don't know how Ziyech is going to adapt to the Premier League. This could really come back to bite me, but I just don't think people need to get this excited so far.
Yeah.
Because say come January, Chelsea are like second, first, really battling. I'll go, all right then, there you go. There's a reason to get excited. Don't get excited before they've even kicked a ball with each other, but just because of their names, you're getting excited. So obviously, like, if you're a City fan, you see Messi linked, that's completely different. He's the best player in the world. Like, anyone's going to get excited. But with the kind of players they're bringing in, known in European leagues but not in the Premier League, I'm talking about Ziyech and Verne, obviously not Chilwell. You just got to be careful with them, because we've seen them many times where big players have come over to the Premier League and just flopped completely. You got Di Maria at United, Falcao when he went to United and Chelsea, he didn't work. Morata came over, supposedly this next big striker, flogged back to Spain after a season. What other examples are there? There's a lot. Lacazette, I don't think he's shone enough at all. I remember I'm doing notes from the game on Saturday. In Ligue 1, I think it was like the 15-16 season. In 30 league games, he scored 28 goals.
Oh my god.
That's like a goal a game. Comes to the Premier League. I know it's a different animal, the Premier League, but supposedly this, big name striker can't do it in the Premier League. I thought that was a little strange. Arsenal fans. So again, I think Chilwell is a fantastic signing. 50 million. I think for this market, I think that's just the price these days, which is ridiculous. I hope he does well. We like to see the English playing well. But you got to remember as well. They've not just got money saved from transfer windows that they weren't able to spend it. They've got the Hazard money still.
Yeah.
They've got the Morata money still. I'm presuming they've got a little bit of money for him. I'm presuming. Well, once they didn't. But yeah, I just think if they can get Havertz and a goalkeeper, just Havertz, even not a goalkeeper, I think if they just get Havertz, I think that's when Chelsea fans can really start going, okay, we mean business, because Havertz, I watched him in the Bundesliga restart, because I'll start before the Premier League. And he was good. He was really good. Especially he's 20 as well, which is absolutely ridiculous. So, Chelsea fans, I think, are definitely reasons to get excited. For sure. But, if your team end up being fourth and you have a letdown season, just know I said it here first. That's all.
Yeah.
But then again, if you finish second or first and something, then I'm just going to look a right mug. Also, I forgot, I just read it here. Thiago Silva as well. Completely forgot about him. He might be joining us, that centre back. 35 years old though, so I wouldn't really bank on him being your next big centre half, because he'll be there for one season and then he'll go. But I think just for a season, This perfectly links. We were just saying, obviously, it takes more than one transfer window to rebuild a squad. What about if they use Thiago Silva for this one season, and then next year, that's when they buy their main centre back?
Yeah.
So they could do
Yeah,
that.
that's good.
So that literally just makes sense of what I was saying. And that's just like the piece of the puzzle. So yeah, that could be it. They might just be going, right, let's get Thiago Silva in for this year, and then next year, that's when we can really look for a centre back, when obviously they might generate a bit more money when they get rid of all their deadwood that they've got in their team. Yeah, that's enough. That's enough for Chelsea. Don't speak about them for too long. I'm joking. I've got no problem with Chelsea. So does Liverpool. We'll hold the Messi talk. We'll hold it. We'll hold it. I'll take it to the end. Or will I? Watch it all to find out when we talk about Messi. Don't skip ahead, please. Thank you. Because I can check how many minutes of these videos are watched. I can see that. So if no one watches, then I won't be happy.
All Liverpool fans have clicked off after you said that.
Oh God, I don't believe it. I'm joking. We'll talk about the England squad and Maguire. Why not? As England fans ourselves, if you can't tell where we're from, then I think there's a bit of a problem with you if you can't tell from our accents. But during our years so far as an England fan, we've pretty much been disappointed. Other than that last World Cup, which you could say was just a massive fluke. And we should have got through against Croatia. And as soon as we came up against a good team, we got knocked out. So it says a lot about England, doesn't it, there? I'm just going to up their England squad if that's what I'm typing on the keyboard, not just completely, forgetting about I'm doing a video. Where is the squad? Please let me have a look. They've literally labelled it in the worst way possible. It's a massive list with brackets. Just what a list, please. But yeah, Southgate's come up against quite a bit of criticism. You could say for this squad that he's brought in. Personally, I don't know where he's going with it.
No clue.
I'm looking at it now and I'm just a bit confused. Alright, our three goalkeepers: Pickford, Pope, Henderson. No issues. The issue I'll have with that, if it's Pickford who starts. If it's not Pope, it's robbery.
Ridiculous.
Or Henderson, whichever he wants to go for. Then we've got Trent, one of the best right back in the world right now. Mings, he was already there. Apparently Trippier's in. Apparently.
Yeah.
Is he the one who took over Maguire? Because I don't remember him being in it originally.
No, I think he was in it originally.
Was okay, right?
Yeah.
Three right backs and not left back.
Yeah.
Right then, Eric Dyer. What? Michael Keane.
What has he done?
Everton mid-table. Declan Rice deserved. He's way better than West Ham. Mason Mount, decent season for Chelsea. Pretty much played every game they played or featured in. Winks.
It's better. Let's be honest.
Winks. What? He's a nice, tidy player. When I watch him, he's nothing special.
Yeah.
James Ward-Prowse, decent Southampton player. I think deserves a chance. Why not?
Yeah.
Calvin Phillips, don't get that one. Never played a Premier League game in his life. Gets a call up to the England team. Don't get that one.
Yeah.
The Kane, Sancho, Sterling, Rashford, Abraham, the usual. Ings, absolutely buzzing about that. I have no link to Ings. I have no, there's no reason to favourite him. But I just think what he did last year after all of his injuries, I'm very glad, Southgate's actually, gone, let's look at teams that aren't in the top six. Because there might actually be some good players outside of that region. I'm glad he's done that and actually opened his eyes and seeing Danny Ings, banging the goals. And then the big two, Greenwood and Foden. I remember during the debate we had with Kenzie on these two, Foden and Greenwood, and he just digged himself the biggest hole that he could possibly dig himself in that debate. They're in it as well. I think Greenwood's immense. I'm not a United fan, but my word, is he good. As a United fan, how good can this guy be in the future? Because now he is good.
Yeah, he's. I mean, Bradford Robin van Persie is what he's getting called, but
Van Persie won't bad himself.
No, but Greenwood can go on to do lots and lots of good things. I'm looking forward to seeing him play not only for England but hopefully for United in the Champions League as well for more years than just this year.
Got Champions League robbed it. For me, with Greenwood it's the way both feet. Literally, if you watched him and you did not know what foot he was, I think he's left-footed.
I think he said his left foot's stronger. Yeah.
But Mike, his right foot. Do you remember that Aston Villa goal? Away, 3-0.
Yeah.
That was an absolute rocket. On his weak foot. What was he, 18? That's stupid, that.
Ridiculous.
That is unbelievable. Like Foden, we know about him. I think deserved call up. I think in the restart he was really good.
Yeah.
For City, actually got chances. Pep, thanks for that, mate. Finally. Giving him a few chances. I thought he was robbed of not playing against Leon. Because he played really late against Real Madrid. And then dropped him and played 5 at the back with 2 defensive midfielders. Again, not sure about that one. But I just overall look at this squad and I'm like, I don't know what I'm like. I'm just confused. I just don't see anything. Obviously, attacking with absolute Kane, Sancho, Sterling, Rashford, Abraham, Ings, Foden, Greenwood were absolutely sorted.
Yeah.
We've got 5 midfielders, and they're Rice, Mount, Winks, Ward, Prowse, and Phillips. They're no Steven Gerrard and Frank Lampard and Scholes and players like that. One's just Declan Rice. Obviously, I just said he deserves better than West Ham. But let's get real. The club he plays that just avoided relegation. Well, Prowse, he was part of a game that got beat 9-0. Winks is now a top 8 player with Tottenham. So they've gone from chasing titles against Leicester to finishing 6th. I'm being happy with that. And then Mason Mount, obviously, he's a player. I've got nothing against Mason Mount. And now we said about Phillips. He's not even playing a Premier League game. I know I just said about Declan Rice about the relegation. That was just me just clutching at straws to try and find a reason why this midfield doesn't look great.
Yeah.
But how has Jack Grealish not got in here? I
don't
don't understand it. You bring 3 right backs. And firstly, you don't even bring a left back when you've got Chilwell, who we spoke about, and Bukayo Saka. Alongside that, you don't even bring an attacking midfielder over the Mount. I don't get that. Because I can get why maybe Maddison, coming back from an injury still, obviously didn't play like the whole of the restart pretty much for Leicester. So that makes sense. But it's perfect for Grealish.
Yeah.
To just be slotted in here, into this team. Who do we play exactly? For Iceland. And we play... great research this, Zach. Really know.
I feel like it's a random team like Slovakia. I feel like I've read it. I read it before, actually. I did.
Oh, my next.
I remember
rapid paces. Iceland and Denmark. To be fair, they are UEFA Nations League games, so they are semi-important. You can actually win something from it. Because in our group we've got Belgium as well, which should be fun.
Yeah, with Calvin Phillips and...
Calvin Phillips against Kevin De Bruyne. Oh, my word. When you say it like that, that is ridiculous.
Yeah.
That is stupid. I just like it for the countdown. They've got 9 days, 17 hours, 54 minutes, now currently 38 seconds. They've got Harry Kane as one of the players, on like that picture.
Yeah.
And Jesse Lingard.
Nice up to date.
So, yeah. How did he not get in? That's the main question.
I was going to say, to be fair, it's Calvin Phillips getting in it. I'm surprised Lingard didn't.
I know, yeah, that's ridiculous. But what's more ridiculous is the fact that Harry Maguire was selected for the England team. Obviously, he's been withdrawn. Rightly so. As a United fan, like when you saw him in the England squad after what he'd been accused of, bear in mind when the squad was announced, we actually didn't know if he was guilty or not.
Yeah.
But still, the fact that he is on trial for a crime, but then he was put in the England squad. Like when you saw that, were you surprised that you saw him? Were you a bit like,
yeah, I was.
That's a bit.
I was surprised. It was yeah, but then I don't know what to say really. Yeah, I was quite surprised that he's gone with him, but then obviously turned his decision back.
Well, yeah, when you turn
He
him
had
guilty, you
to.
can't really keep him in.
Yeah.
Imagine that. But I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, you follow my personal Instagram. I
Mm.
put something on. I always do. I don't know why. No one really cares, but I do it anyway, just to kind of release any anger I've got.
Yeah.
I just feel like this. I don't. I need to be careful what I say here. People might not even be watching. But anyway, let me try and word this correctly. If this player who is being charged of a crime of this extent, if it wasn't a white player, would they
Yeah.
have been treated the same? Because
I'll be honest.
I don't want to accuse of Southgate or the England squad or the setup, the hierarchy of anything. I'm not.
Mm.
But with previous things that's happened in the past, with Sterling and Walker, like we've mentioned off camera,
Mm.
and then he's literally being accused and on trial, by the way, on
Yeah.
trial of the day he got the England call up, and he gets put in the squad. If that's Sterling, does he get treated the same?
No, I think, to be honest, a lot of it is mainly the press. I think the press are the
The press
issue.
don't help. Oh my god!
Like
Yeah,
with Raheem Sterling's tattoo, they were making it out
I'm gonna get one now.
like Raheem Sterling is the one that's doing a crime here.
Yeah.
Like, it's ridiculous.
Bear in mind for what you're wondering, what we're going on about here. We'll try and find a good picture here without any, I don't get cancelled or anything. You know what some of the newspapers are like. Yeah, we'll go with that one. Right, I'll get it up now. I can get it up on the screen for the people. There we go. You can see here. Here's the sun. Raheem shoots himself in foot with his gun tattoo aiming towards his foot. And then you can see here, we've got an explanation here from Sterling, and it says, when I was 2, my father died from being gunned down to death. I made a promise to myself I would never touch a gun in my lifetime. I shoot with my right foot, so it has a deeper meaning. Its deeper meaning is still unfinished. So the son can go and do one, because that's so bad.
Yeah.
What they said. And then, bear that in mind. And let's go on Harry Maguire. How did they word it? Hopefully they can show us. I don't think I've got the pictures. I'm trying to find it. I don't think I can. But basically, I read on Instagram. I'll go off that now. I read on Instagram. It was like they compared the two headlines. So that one that we just read of Sterling, and it said like, I can't try and find it. Yeah, I can. I think I put it on Instagram. Did I put it on Instagram?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll try and find it. It's basically saying like how. I'll try and find it because I'm just chatting waffle here. It basically the two headlines contrast quite heavily. Here we go. Here it is. So the headline from the Daily Mail for Maguire was, Harry Maguire is everything Manchester United wanted in a captain, so his arrest in Mykonos, there we go, pronunciation's on point, has come as a huge shock. But a Raheem Sterling tattoo dedicated to his dead father, who was gunned down to death, that's seen negatively and as a bad thing. What? You see, like this, Harry Maguire was accused of bribery in like some kind of assault of a police officer, and he doesn't get bad press at all. Sterling gets a tattoo causing no harm to anyone, but showcases a very, meaningful side of his life.
Yeah, he's sending out a message, Sterling.
That gets hate.
And he's getting,
Like, how does that make any sense at all? Like, the fact that United are even going to hold a meeting to discuss the captaincy of Maguire is a joke. How that's not already been taken off him is ridiculous. Because they're going to appeal the guilty. But they've obviously been given some kind of evidence for the guilty somewhere. They can't just go guilty. They've got to have some kind of evidence. So something obviously happened where Maguire's done something. You know, it might not have. I don't know. You know, but from the sounds of it, you know, when you're saying to police officers, "Do you know who I am?" and trying to bribe them with money to not get arrested, sounds a bit dodgy to me. I thought it was embarrassing, really. If it was a player from my club, I'd just be embarrassed. I would. I don't get the bribing. That's what I don't get. Because if he just stays, obviously he was drunk, badly, I'm presuming, because obviously football is very healthy, so a little bit of alcohol goes in the body, and they just lose it because the body's not used to it. But if he just didn't bribe and just kind of kept himself to himself, or maybe because apparently, obviously, you presume you've heard of what they tried to do to his sister, apparently, rejecting something. It's like, if he goes to try and stop that and confront them about that, that's fine. Anyone would do that. But the fact that you've bribed someone to try and not get yourself arrested, so first that straight away makes you look more guilty than ever. I'll pay you to try and not get me arrested. That doesn't help the case straight away. And then the fact that he's gone assaulting a police officer or doing something. It's like, as a professional footballer, who you are literally someone people look up to, millions of people look up to you as a United captain, and you don't have the professionalism to just resolve that calmly or without getting arrested. It just baffles me completely. Personally, I don't think he's a captain anyway. In terms of his traits, I don't see it. Obviously, Solskjaer does. I don't. But the fact that he was put in the squad is a joke. The fact that he's still captain of United is ridiculous. And the press can go and go away, to put it nicely. I don't want to go too much into that, but I just seeing that and then seeing the Sterling stuff. It just it upsets me. It's it's just clear discrimination. That's pretty much what it is. It's like, oh, he's white, he's mixed race. I don't race myself here. Still, bit of darker skin colour.
Yeah.
Gets treated differently. Tell me something Sterling's done bad in his life that deserves so much hate. I think I remember one maybe drug thing that happened that I don't think it was even true. This was years ago, by the way. I'm surprised I remember that. I was back in his Liverpool days. Other than that, obviously he's matured now and he's a massive spokesperson for football, and to try and change this discrimination of what certain black people go through on a daily basis, which I still don't understand. It's just stupid how they still get treated differently. I think that's just ridiculous in every single way. And if Maguire gets away with this fully, I won't be happy. But we'll just have to see what the appeal says, because they have appealed it. And obviously, football is circulated with a lot of money, so it wouldn't surprise me if United went, "You can have this money, let him go." They bribed themselves. I don't know, but things can get sorted. I think Maguire will not get away with it. I think get punished, but you'll see him for United come the start of the season, I think.
Yeah.
So that's the England squad. Some of it was debatable. That Maguire thing was just a joke. I think Southgate again showing how much of a idiot he can be at times with some of his decision making, and we all know what the Sun can go and do, because they've always been idiots. Oh god, it just sounds so ingenuine when I say idiot. But I think you get what I'm trying to say there. And let's move on to the main topic of the title of this video. I'm hoping, Zach, please remember to title this well. To get a few more clicks. Messi, he has apparently handed in his notice at Barcelona. He is wanting to leave the club after... How many years has it been? My word. Let's see. When did he actually officially join Barcelona? 2000. He's been there for 20 years. Since the age of 13.
God.
He wants to leave for Manchester City, Inter Milan, PSG, basically every single club under the sun.
Yeah.
Wants Lionel Messi. And who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? Because he is the greatest footballer of all time. Personally, obviously you've got Ronaldo, but I mean, like, they're pretty much on the same level.
Yeah.
So yeah, Barcelona are in a bit of a mess at the minute, and Messi wants to... That was no pun intended. Wants to get out of this mess. As a United fan, would you like to see him at City just for the fact to see him in the Premier League, even though he'd be going to like a rival club, or just like you just want to avoid him coming anywhere near the Premier League?
If he comes to the Prem and it's not United, then obviously I'll be wanting to avoid him. But like, to have him in the Premier League would be something else.
Oh, it'd be unbelievable. It'd be so good. Like you said, if it was if you don't know one else but my team, I don't want him. Like, I'm sorry, but imagine Messi versus Luke Shaw. Like,
Luke Shaw would have him in his back pocket.
That is true. Oh, sorry, I got that wrong. But like, can we just actually like try and get this guy on a certain level? Because like, you can't humanise this guy. 6 Ballon d'Ors, 731 appearances for Barcelona, 634 goals. Hold on, let me just put a 285 assists next to that. Champions, 115 goals in 143 games. La Liga, 485 appearances, 444 goals.
Oh my
Never
God.
been sent off in his career as well. I think he's been booked 75 times. But I just, for some reason, because obviously everyone in like our generation, we've grown up with Messi, Mr. Barcelona. So to see him not in the Barcelona shirt, I feel it's going to be like really strange if it does happen.
Yeah.
Do you think is there any chance of him staying at Barcelona, or do you actually think this is it and he is going to leave at some point?
I could see him staying at Barca. I really could. I mean, obviously a bunch of teams are going to go in for him, but if the money's not right, and overall he's just not happy at the end of the day with whatever, then I could see him staying. I could see him even saying, look, this is my last year. You know, this is basically all or nothing. I could see him saying that.
I agree. I just feel this could be another way of him getting another contract, better money. Which, because remember, this isn't something brand new. Oh my word! And what Messi's leaving? He gets linked away from Barcelona pretty much every summer.
Yeah.
But this one does just feel a little bit more real.
Yeah.
It's like if he's going to go to the lengths of handing in his notice to get a pay rise when he's already on about $1 million a week, that's a bit stupid. So that's what I'm kind of leaning away from that. That's why I don't believe that this is actually fake and it's just him trying to get another contract, because he doesn't need it. Like, he just doesn't. Like, he's loaded beyond belief. It's like the amount of money he has, his kids, their kids, and their kids, but their kids after that, pretty much the whole Lionel Messi family tree is sorted now. Yeah. That's basically what I'm saying. So I don't think it's that, and the fact, because when he gets linked away, it's never come from anything. It's just been said. But with this, he just got humiliated again in the Champions League. That Barcelona team's completely dying out. You know, there's strong arguments for him why he would leave. It's not just made up. It's like, because he's had enough of Barcelona. Like, there's genuine reason here. So then that makes me think, this actually could be real, but then I'm just expecting to wake up tomorrow, have Messi, new contract to Barcelona. So something like that, and just kill all the hype. But I think in the coming weeks, it will be very interesting how this plays out. This story. Just reading some of the headlines, though, still just makes me scratch my head like Messi might actually be going. I'm just reading here on the Sky Sports news page. Barcelona fans have been protesting against the board with the tension bubbling over in Catalonia on Wednesday evening. And there's a video here that I'll have a sneak peek at. Oh no, I'm not because there's an advert. But I'm not gonna lie, you've had him for 20 years, and I'm hoping they're protesting over the board and not the fact Messi's going.
Yeah.
Because if you're protesting and like throwing stuff at things, I'm presuming that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Over a player that you've had for 20 years and literally have got every single best bit out of him. That's ridiculous. But if they're genuinely like protesting because the board just isn't at it and they are failing the club, like they are, they're not being great in terms of transfer market in recent years, then I get that. Because especially when you're Barcelona, you've got to remember, all they do is win. So the fact that they're now not, and they're not on top, I feel like the fans are just like, wait, what? This isn't the Barcelona I support. We win things. We win everything. So I get the frustration to a certain degree because it makes sense when you're in that mindset. It's a bit like United fans. You know, you were used to winning everything. And now you've had to go through the last few years of a bit of a transitional period of, wait, we're not that top dog anymore. We're going to have to rebuild back there. So I feel like Barcelona are going to have to go through that, and I just hope their fans, you know, glue their heads back on and go, right, this might actually just take us 2 or 3 years to get back to where they were. You got to remember, they might not get back to where they were for even longer than that. It's like, I remember when City won the league in 2017-18, and this was when you finished second, United. And I said to a lot of people, I think I even said to your dad, I went, United will not win a Premier League for another 10 years. I said that when you had Lukaku, Pogba, you know, when they were like exciting players that you bought in. You know, you actually looked like you were pretty much the second best team in the league, because obviously Liverpool weren't like where they were then. And I went, they won't win another league for like 10 years. And that might be another thing for Barcelona. You know, Sevilla this season really grew. You obviously got Atletico Madrid, and if they lose Messi, Suarez, and don't find good enough replacements, Barcelona could be finishing, you know, not first or second, which I think would be a massive shock. But from the way their squad's looking and who they could be losing,
could be going up there.
It could be going massively downhill. I hope it doesn't. I do like Barcelona. I like the way they play every time I watch them. I find it exciting, despite sometimes, you know, not having the best of players nowadays. But against Napoli, I thought they were good. Not quite against Bayern Munich, but I thought they were alright. But when you get humiliated like that and you're apparently the best player in the world, you can't be staying around for too long.
Yeah.
Because it does make you look a little bad.
Yeah.
So, yeah, would I like him in the Premier League? Of course, but because it's Messi, I just can't get over my head that he could actually leave Barcelona. That's why I'm just hesitant of like saying anything.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, because we've literally seen it. He'll just go and sign a new contract out of nowhere that kills all the hype.
Yeah.
So again, we'll just have to be very careful on that and just keep an eye out, pretty much, and just see what happens, really. But at the end of the day, it's Lionel Messi, and he has power like no one else.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
So we'll just have to keep an eye out. I think no matter where he goes, it'll be a massive moment in history for football, I feel.
Yeah.
Because like I just said, it's Lionel Messi. And the power he has is absolutely ridiculous. It is stupid, the power he has as a footballer. And I think he goes unnoticed. I actually do. I feel like people don't actually understand like the amount of say he'll have in quite a lot of stuff at Barcelona.
Yeah.
Like, because he's, you know, this down-to-earth, humble guy, just plays his football, don't hear much about him, you know, outside of what he does on the pitch. I think sometimes that can, like, overshadow that, you know, when they sign players, they will go to Messi and go, look, we're going to bring this player in, do you think he'll work? And he
Yeah.
could have to say yes, or he could go, no, I don't want him, get someone else. So that just changes the whole perspective again. It's like, look, if Barcelona want to rebuild, is that process getting rid of Messi? And just starting again and going like, look, we need everyone out of this club who could disrupt this rebuild. Because like I said, next year, if they keep Messi and sign him a contract, he'll only play Barcelona until he's 35. So that's 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Why are you rebuilding around someone who's only got 2 seasons left? Why wouldn't you try and maybe rebuild around Ansu Fati, 17 years old, pretty much the next Messi in quotation marks?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you rather do that and just cash out on Messi if you can? Because they're either right, they're going to keep him for one more season where he won't be happy to play and get no money for him, or they could let him go now. You know, make it so there's no sour ending and get a crap ton of money for him.
Yeah.
If I'm Barcelona, I'm going, maybe we cash in on him.
Yeah.
Because especially now, he's clearly unhappy. He doesn't want to be there. Why would you want to keep someone who's unhappy? That's what I never understand about clubs. Why would you want to keep someone who clearly isn't happy there? Or is bringing the mood down? It's like Mourinho at United. He started to become a little miserable at United when they weren't doing well. Got rid of him. Solskjaer came in, lined up the mood completely, and you went on that great run. And you're going on another run now. So I think Barcelona just need to get their heads out the backsides, get real, like a Friday night dinner, and just go, look, right, we've had these great golden years as a club. We need to move on. And by moving on, we need to get rid of like Suarez and Messi and just look to rebuild. And like I said, it might take them 5 years. But come those 5 years, they might be one of the best teams on the planet again. So for me, I think they just need to shift everyone out and start again.
Yeah.
Personally. If he doesn't go to Barcelona, where do you think he will go? In your head, where do you think he will be his more unlikely destination?
I mean, standout city, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I've heard Inter Milan. Apparently they could pay his wages, but City's the number one.
Yeah, I think just the links as well, especially, isn't it? You know, you've got Aguero, a link there straight away, like pretty much his best mate. Aguero's son, that is his godfather. They've got Guardiola, obviously.
Yeah.
So it is looking good for City if he actually commits to this and leaves. But like I said, with Messi, you could just go, give me this, and I'll stay, and they'll go, all right then.
Yeah.
Done. That's it. So I half of me's kind of like getting a bit excited the fact that he might actually leave, and then there's another half of me going, let's just in case, let's just calm down, because we could just get baited again, and then he stays, and then we're all like, oh, okay, well, that was fun. But I think that we're at 48 minutes. Like I said, this was going to be a podcast styled episode, and I think we're going to end it here. I think we've gone through Chilwell, England squad, Maguire, Messi. That's pretty much it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Don't think there's anything more. Next episode is going to be a tier list, because I really want to do a tier list. I've just got that feeling for the tier list. Which one is it? I'm not going to make any promises, because whenever I make promises on this channel, like I do my Football Manager videos, I usually don't follow through with them. So like I say, a video will be loaded that day, it gets loaded on a different day. But what I can guarantee is this will be loaded on Friday, I think. Hopefully. I think it's either Thursday or Friday. It's Thursday or Friday. And the next episode will be some point next week, and it'll be a tier list. Don't know what it's going to be on, but just know it'll be a good one. But I hope you enjoyed the new show, the new series, episode 1. It's always exciting. Obviously, a lot of stuff happened this week, so we had a good chunk to talk about. So thank you to Harvey for joining me again.
It's been enjoyable. Thanks for having me on.
It's all right, and he'll be back for the next one, because we're gonna have some heated debates on a tier list, hopefully, and hopefully I'll see you for that video. So yeah, just make sure you like and subscribe. Helps me out massively, and hope to see you for the next episode of Football Talk, where we'll be doing a tier list on I don't know what yet, but just make sure you're here for episode 2.